What if I told you that one of reality TV's most seemingly perfect families just got dragged into a murder scandal ripped straight from the pages of a true crime documentary? What if I told you that Kirk Frost, yes, the same guy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, who once spent an entire season trying to justify why he cheated in a hot tub, is now watching his own son be accused of pulling the trigger on his sister's boyfriend? And did I mention the feds just leaked footage that could unravel everything? Hold on tight, because this story is spiraling out of control, and it's only getting darker. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because we've officially crossed into a realm where reality TV drama collides with real-life crime. It's like Kirk Frost's midlife crisis and his wild credit card bills collided with the ultimate family nightmare. The Frost family, those reality stars who turned their messy marital drama into primetime entertainment, are now wrapped up in a scandal no VH1 producer could have ever scripted. Murder. A leaked video. And the feds digging through it all like relentless TMZ reporters. At the center of the storm is none other than Tevin Teeth Hood, a rising rapper from Atlanta who seemed to have it all: the music, the swagger, and the energy that had everyone buzzing. His tracks were blasting in strip clubs at 2 a.m., the perfect soundtrack for a wild night. But this wasn't just a guy chasing fame. Tevin was a father, a son, and someone with a promising future ahead of him. Until everything fell apart on August 8, 2025, in a twist so shocking it made Kirk Frost's infamous text messages look tame. The police got a call from Snellville, Georgia, yeah, that place you only know if you've been to jail there, and when they arrived, they found Teeth Hood bleeding out in his own home. He was rushed to the hospital, but there was no saving him. A tragic end, sure, but then came the plot twist that hit Atlanta harder than a bass drop from Lil Jon. The prime suspect? Not some rival rapper. Not some random street beef. It was none other than Kai Frost, Kirk, and Rashida's 24-year-old son. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, wait, the Frost kids are old enough for a murder scandal, you're not alone. While Kirk and Rashida spent years turning their marriage into a circus for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, their kids grew up quietly in the background. Kai and Kelsey Frost made occasional appearances, typically to help with family businesses or awkwardly smile while their parents fought on camera. But behind those bright lights, real drama was brewing. Here's the setup. Kelsey Frost was dating Teeth Hood. It looked like a cute couple until it wasn't. Their relationship? About as stable as a Jenga tower in a hurricane. On the night of the shooting, a violent argument broke out in Tevin's home. Police later confirmed that a woman in the house, likely Kelsey, had visible injuries. And then, like something out of a bad movie, who walks in but Kai? According to investigators, he showed up amid the chaos, and before anyone could blink, shots rang out. Now pause here for a second. This is where the internet lost its mind. Did Kai step in as the protective brother, trying to save his sister from an abusive boyfriend? Or did he storm in guns blazing, turning a family argument into a murder scene? Depends on who you ask. Teeth Hood's family is pointing fingers, calling Kai a killer. Kelsey, on the other hand, insists she didn't hurt Tevin, didn't ask anyone to hurt him, and now she's just trying to mourn her loss in peace. Meanwhile, the police are calling it a possible self-defense case, leaving everyone in limbo. To charge Kai? Or send him a thank you card? But that's only the tip of the iceberg. Because just when it seemed like the case couldn't get any messier, the footage dropped. And that's where things went from tragic to jaw-droppingly cinematic. The leaked footage. What's a scandal in 2025 without some shaky footage appearing online as if it were discovered in the depths of an old iPhone 4? TMZ, of course, was the first to claim they got their hands on the footage that flipped everything upside down. Reports say the footage shows Teeth Hood and Kelsey Frost inside their apartment, but it wasn't the cozy date night everyone expected. In fact, the footage allegedly shows Tevin lunging toward Kelsey as she sits on the bed, and then, it looks like he chokes her. Freeze the frame for a second. This wasn't just an argument. This was brutal violence. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. The internet, which had Kai painted as some kind of GTA character in real life, started to ask new questions. Did Kai pull the trigger to protect his sister from an abusive boyfriend? Or did he cross the line into cold-blooded murder? That's up to you to decide. Over on X, formerly Twitter, the debates were fast and furious. One viral post said, "That's why you wait for the facts before you call someone guilty. Dude was an abuser. Period." Someone else shot back, "Abuser or not, Kai had no right to play judge, jury, and executioner." Meanwhile, Teeth Hood sisters were on social media like courtroom prosecutors, demanding justice for their brother. Kelsey, meanwhile, broke her silence in an Instagram story, pouring out grief and frustration. She wrote about how the love of her life was gone, that she never harmed him, and that the rumors accusing her of orchestrating the entire thing were sick and twisted. Imagine losing your boyfriend in a public tragedy, and instead of sympathy, you're getting DMs calling you a murderer. That's Kelsey's reality right now. And where were mom and dad during all this? Kirk and Rashida Frost, the reality TV veterans who've survived cheating scandals, financial drama, and the occasional public humiliation, suddenly went radio silent. Like, eerily silent. Kirk posted nothing but a police update and a link to the news, that's it. Rashida? She kept her head down. And, honestly, that's wild. This is the same Kirk Frost who once gave us an entire soap opera arc about whether he fathered a secret child. But now, with his son's name tied to a murder case, he's quieter than VH1 during reruns. But silence? It didn't stop the memes. Social media quickly dubbed the scandal Love and Hip Hop, Snellville Edition. Fans joked about Mona Scott Young being on the phone, trying to buy the rights to the court transcripts. And while the internet had its fun, the investigators were circling closer, wondering whether this was an impulsive act of defense or something far darker. And just when you think it can't get any more intense, it does. Federal involvement. Yeah, whispers started to creep in, and suddenly, the word self-defense wasn't the only one being thrown around. As the leaked federal footage made the rounds, things only heated up. Social media went into overdrive, hashtags trending like wildfire, and heated debates spiking everywhere. Some people believed this was the end of the Frost family's public image, while others insisted the truth was far more complicated. What made matters worse was that the footage didn't just implicate Kirk Frost Jr., it dragged both Kirk and Rashida right into the firestorm, no matter how much they tried to avoid it. Behind closed doors, reports say Kirk was losing his mind. Sources close to the family claim he was enraged, yelling at everyone around him, blaming himself for not having tighter control over his family. Imagine this. You've spent years building a reputation on reality TV, surviving cheating scandals, money problems, and public disgrace, and now, federal investigators are digging into your son's murder case. For Kirk, this wasn't just family anymore. It was about legacy, survival, and money. And then there's T. Hood's name, tied up in this mess. The rapper's death had already shaken Atlanta to its core, but now, with the footage linking him to the Frost family scandal, fans were questioning everything. The streets were buzzing with theories. Did Kirk know something about the shooting? Was the Frost family hiding the truth about T. Hood's death? Federal agents weren't ignoring those questions either. Meanwhile, Rashida, trying to keep up her calm public persona, was posting cryptic quotes online about loyalty, betrayal, and weathering storms. But the fans? They weren't buying it. Every time she posted, the comments were flooded with demands for answers. And Kirk Jr.'s friends? Some went silent, while others threw him under the bus. Loyalty? Gone the moment the feds came knocking. Then came the bombshell. Federal investigators had more tapes. Yes, more footage that hadn't been released. Insiders revealed that this wasn't the only incident caught on camera. If that's true, then the situation for Kirk Jr. is even worse than anyone imagined. And the way the feds are leaking bits of the footage instead of dropping it all at once? That suggests they're building a case, one piece at a time, that could trap not only him but anyone connected. Kirk's breakdown reportedly hit its peak when whispers started circulating that the Frost family might be blacklisted from future TV projects. Love and hip-hop producers aren't fans of federal scandals, especially when it involves leaked footage of a possible murder attempt. This wasn't just reality TV drama anymore. This was real crime with real consequences, and the Frosts were caught right in the middle of it. The streets of Atlanta are watching, the hip-hop world is buzzing, and the Frost family is hanging by a thread. Will Kirk Jr. face prison time? Will the feds drop the rest of the tapes? And how much deeper does T. Hood's tragic death tie into this chaos? One thing is certain, this scandal isn't disappearing anytime soon. The truth is just starting to come out, and when it all unravels, the Frost legacy may never be the same again. If you were shocked by this story, don't forget to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let us know what you think about Kirk Frost, his son, and this leaked footage. Do you think there's more to this story than what the feds have shown us? Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest hip-hop drama, celebrity scandals, and breaking news. And trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next. It's about to get even crazier.